What's up, guys? It's the Gamebro coming back to you. We got another shooter on the Sega Saturn today, but this time, you're a fucking tank. I also just want to get this out of the way right now. My last video, Thunder Force 6, or whatever order we're in now, was not allowed to be viewed in Turkey for fucking reasons, but no loss, Thanksgiving's my least favorite holiday, so let's get after it with Guardian Force. Developed and published by Success, Guardian Force was said to be originally intended for the Sega Saturn before Success pulled out and finished in the face of the Sega Titan hardware. It would hit arcades in May of '98, with the second coming hitting the Saturn in August of the same year, but without all the Jesus bullshit, and still nailing itself to the cross as a late release on a dying console. Most known for the Cotton series, the now over 40-year-old company will go on to also give us the Cyvarior series as well. So after you've made a successful Q-'em-up franchise and look to expand, what do, you ask? Fucking tank! Stepping away from the side-scrolling Cotton series, Guardian Force is a hybrid vertical, horizontal-scrolling shoot-'em-up that features a movable turret in the attempt to seem like the new lingerie shows off the 15 pounds she lost, but who are we kidding? We both know her yoga instructor's getting first dibs on her after she found out you've been penising the bartender at 248 Diner. Now that we've established that new doesn't always mean improved and tight doesn't always mean right, let's get into the plot. There's some futuristic crystal bullshit going on and the plot is spelled out in the manual. Unfortunately, I don't read Japanese, or I couldn't find a synopsis in the few minutes I had to write this, so here's my favorite Plugman Arnold with his version of Somebody That I Used to Know.
But you didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened and that we were nothing. And I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and it feels so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low, have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that now. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Fucking shocking. Guardian Force features a practice stage to start, followed by 7 thereafter, and you for sure need to practice because the difficulty, even on easy, is absolutely fucking disgusting hard. Bullets come at you from all directions, some larger than others, and catch you off guard, making the boss fights actually easier than getting to them. Your tank looks way cooler on the cover in the main menu than in the gameplay, but still cool to see something different in a shooter, like taking some time away from the whites to get multicultural. Powering up your tank is achieved by collecting purple crystals left behind by enemies, as well as when bosses are wasted before their time expires. Your main gun can be powered up to a whopping level of 10, with death lowering it by 1, even though you can go full GTA and get your money back after you fuck the hooker. There are 5 different weapon choices with color codes. The one that fans remember Guardian Force 4 is the Green Fang Yo-Yo attack that is easily the most powerful in the game. It's also important not to be stuck with the wrong weapon, as I was a couple times with that fucking yellow one against certain bosses. You look like fucking Owen Wilson from, Idiocracy with that dildo car going up against the fucking dildos or an ass blaster. You also get an auxiliary attack missile weapon that's more of a fucking forget, as this is also a co-op game. It's said that player 2's tank is weaker than player 1's, but does have a better spread on weapons. The controls of your ship are fully customizable and needed because the defaults are shit. Although the shoulder buttons aren't as tight as the nerd who took your V-card, it's dependable to use for the turret rotation and takes some getting used to, and out of force of habit gets forgotten about like a kid from a prior relationship. Otherwise the movement is pretty crisp from the D-pad, and the tank is nimble enough to dodge enemy fire if you can see it. Boss and level design is a weird cross between Raiden and Battle Garega. Very dark toned with not overly complicated enemies and bosses. Visually it's pretty standard issue for the Saturn, not the best but not the worst. It's a solid 6.5 that would do the laundry with you if you know what I mean, but would also get left on red if a certain silver gun came calling. As I said earlier, Guardian Force was originally meant for the Saturn, but with the cancellation giving the arcade the lead, the Saturn soundtrack was a PCM chiptune instead of the CD audio gamers were coming to expect of 32-bit times. It's not a bad thing, but the lower score with the bells and shit doesn't really do anything to bring up the maybe better than average gameplay. So what does it mean in terms of my collection, and where does it stand on the Saturn's explosive library? Well, in terms of collecting, it's a rare shooter for the Saturn, commanding an absurd price tag for as average as it is. Ready for it? Complete stateside, this will set you back another $300. Yep, $300 fucking dollars for a title in the bottom of the top 10 Saturn shooters, but nonetheless is a meaningful addition to any collector and still deserves at least a one-night stand that, like the tank instead of a ship, will shock you more waking up to a different color. Guardian Force is the type of girl that expects you to be perfect all the fucking time, never make mistakes, pick up the kids, go grocery shopping, and have dinner done, but she's only barely a 7 and won't do anal. She just can't even all fucking day while you slave away, only left with a few hours a day to have some time to yourself, but you're a dude. Oh, I'm running out to the ATM? Or in my terms, I'm running over to Kelly's to turn her ass into Ronald's play place. All I know is Guardian Force will never give you the same thrill as STD roulette, but on the plus side, you don't have to worry about a bush or knocking her up after all the chemo. Anyway guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. New videos every Tuesday for now. We got a new Mexico F1 review. Don't get me canceled there, I love their food. Please save it for another country. I'm talking to you fucking Turkey, because you can't hear me. No one likes Thanksgiving anyway. It's all about fucking Christmas. Also, while we're talking about holidays, throw some money at your boy here so I can bring some new cool reviews for you for the holiday season, and maybe I'll have some merch out by then. Until then, we're gonna go play in a different kind of snow. I've been the Gamebro. See you next Tuesday.